you're coming from the street with dirty shoes on your feet, that's a technical foul. If you switch the radio to some modern music show, that's a technical foul.
Hey everybody, welcome to It's Always Sunny in Jerusalem. Today's the Hanukkah special. Shalom, Mazel Tov, L'chaim. Okay, I'm done with the voice. I'm your host, Red Drum Arts. Why don't my co-hosts introduce themselves?
Shalom, my name is Patrick.
I'm Lugia. I was thinking about doing an Eleanor voice, and then I realized I don't think I could pull it off.
These voices are so bad.
But we'll get to that.
Yeah.
But yeah, happy Hanukkah. We're gonna talk about 8 crazy nights.
Yes,
All 8 of them.
Last year was the Christmas special. I guess this year is the Hanukkah special. Maybe next year we'll think of a Kwanzaa movie. But anyway, let's just briefly get into some news. So the Golden Globe nominations happened. I'm just going to talk about the Best Picture one because that's the only one people really care about. This year is interesting because usually for Best Drama Motion Picture it's all like really serious films, but this year we got Top Gun Maverick, Elvis, Avatar 2, The Fabelmans, and then Tar, which is like the only one that you'd actually like expect in this category. So yeah, I guess this year the Golden Globes decided to just make it pretty blockbustery stuff.
One thing that stood out to me about the nominations, this isn't regarding Best Motion Picture, but in Best Actor, they nominated Brendan Fraser after he said he wouldn't attend.
Also, didn't he say that people have been pronouncing his last name wrong for so many years? Isn't it Fraser? Not Frazier. It's not Frazier. Frazier. Yeah.
That's gonna take some getting used to.
I'm still gonna call him Frazier.
But I know he said he would not attend the Golden Globes even if he was nominated for The Whale. He was nominated for The Whale.
Yeah, because I guess he won't be accepting his award. He is the most talked about one, so like it'd be very surprising if he didn't win because he's like.
It'd just be very
like
awkward.
The only other person I'm hearing like get a ton of hype is Kate Blanchett, but I'm pretty sure it's the awards are like segregated by gender. So yeah, Golden Globes. Honestly, I always thought it was a little bit weird that we have a whatchamacallit? We have a movie award with the Oscars, we have a TV award with the Emmys, and then we have a combination movie and TV award with the Golden Globes. Feels a bit redundant, but whatever.
Speaking of award shows, question: are there any further developments in the Bill Clinton kid stuff?
No, but I did find out last night that he made a Twitch and a Twitter account.
Really?
All I know is that the kid is Jewish, so he wasn't being anti-Semitic. He was just doing a funny. And it's very likely he meant to say my Reformed Orthodox rabbi and Bill Clinton, but because he was kind of rushing, it kind of just led to one phrase.
Who knows?
Yeah. I think it was intentional that it was one phrase.
Who knows? Maybe the kid was like, well, if Al Gore won an Oscar, Bill Clinton deserves something. Game of the year. You guys know Al Gore won an Oscar, right?
Yeah.
I didn't. I think Kobe Bryant won an Oscar. I knew that.
He won for An Inconvenient Truth. Best documentary.
Did he direct that or produce it or something?
He's the main subject of the documentary.
So he probably produced it then.
Yeah, he was the producer.
Okay. Well, anyway,
I consider myself an unofficial Al Gore enthusiast, but that's neither here nor there.
I always found it funny how the only episode South Park has ever apologized for was the Al Gore one, where they're like, honestly, you know what? So they made an episode where Man Bear Pig was real, and Al Gore was right about everything.
All right, so guys, Bill Clinton has a Game of the Year award. Al Gore has an Oscar. What's next? Is Dick Cheney gonna win a Tony? Is George W. Bush gonna win an Emmy? I gotta know.
Obama might win an Emmy.
Actually, he might. He is a producer on some stuff for Netflix.
Yeah.
So maybe.
Time will tell.
Anyway, so you guys hear about Warner Brothers?
In what regard?
There is a lot has been in regards. Okay, so first, apparently Warner Brothers execs think that The Rock and his team purposely leaked financial sheet information with misleading data, so it seemed like Black Adam was a success. It wasn't a success. It bombed. As a result, James
so
Gunn
it's
is now,
it's official. It did bomb.
Yeah.
I've heard
Yeah.
so many conflicting reports over whether or not it was successful or not.
Yeah, but anyway, what happened is basically James Gunn is now in charge of DC, and he's completely rebooting everything. Henry Cavill was announced to return as Superman because of Black Adam, but I guess because Black Adam bombed, he is no longer Superman. He is officially not Superman anymore, and he's now going to be in like a Warhammer movie. So a lot of interesting things with Warner Brothers. Warner Brothers is completely imploding. Dave, I don't know what's going on.
Wait a minute. You're neglecting the most important news. We got our first look at the Barbie movie.
Oh, shit, yes, that's right.
Did.
Or as I call it, the Barbie movie.
It looks good. I like it.
I haven't seen the trailer yet, but I know the trailer came out not that long ago.
The trailer, I'm just going to say it is not what you think it is.
Now I have to see it.
It starts off parodying 2001. It's like, from the dawn of time, there were girl toys, and then
I'm going to be honest.
Barbie.
I have seen dozens of parodies of 2001. This is one of the funnier ones. It's very surprised how they're able to make such a stale cliche feel fresh. But honestly, I'm looking forward to it. It looks like one of those like early 2000s, like really campy movies, like, you know, Scooby-Doo or Josie and the Pussycats, you know, stuff like that.
Does it treat itself similarly to like the Lego movie?
Yeah, it might. So I could see this becoming like either one of those early 2000s comedy classics or like the Lego movie. So I'm looking forward to it.
Guys, I'm calling it right now. I see this movie being this next summer what Minions 2 was to this summer. Is that one movie that everybody kind of like makes a huge deal out of, even though everybody knows it's ridiculous?
I think it's going to be the Elvis movie where everyone's like, this is completely bad shit, and I fucking loved it.
No, I guarantee you people are going to run up in suits, because I'm seeing people on Twitter being like, can't wait to dress up with my homies and go see the Barbie movie.
Yeah, full pink suits.
Actually, I say Twitter. I'm not on Twitter, but you know what I mean.
Yeah. I mean, Twitter is a complete shit show right now.
I'm well aware.
Elon Musk, like, anytime Elon Musk, like, suspends someone, he does, like, that gladiator shit where it's like, the people will decide, you know, thumbs up, thumbs down, shall he be spared? And it's like, what the hell is this? What's wrong with you, man? It's crazy.
Why did he buy Twitter in the first place? I'm sure this is, like, a big thing, but I'm just why?
I don't know why, actually, but I know it was a big waste of money.
So actually, initially what happened is he kind of was jerking Twitter around when he was like, "Oh, I'm gonna buy you," but then like the FCC got involved, and it was like, if you don't do it, you're gonna like be facing like charges or something, because like what you're doing is like constituting as like fraud or some kind of shit. So he was basically like forced by the government to buy Twitter.
What?
Basically, like he was saying that he was gonna buy Twitter, but then like he pulled out, and then like he apparently went like too far in the buying process to pull out, so he had to buy it. Otherwise, like it would be like he would like cause like a bunch of like legal issues. So like yeah.
Really?
Yeah. So like.
Huh.
And well, look how that turned out.
Was it worth it?
No.
I think the main reason he wanted to buy it though was just because he was like insecure. Jack made fun of him a lot of times and stuff. I don't know. But yeah. Anyway, while we're talking about one movie that's gonna undeniably be a masterpiece, let's talk about another movie that's undeniably gonna be a masterpiece. Neil Breen.
Yeah.
Lugia.
So just a couple days ago, we received a trailer for Neil Breen's 6th film called Cade: A Torture Crossways. Now Neil Breen is a bit of a familiar face on this show. We've talked about probably his best movie, Fateful Findings. And as someone who has dabbled in a couple of his other films, I'm very excited for this one. But here's the thing.
You're a Breen historian, a connoisseur of the Breen.
I haven't seen all of them. I still need to see Double Down and Pass Through. But the thing is, the movie is pretty much done, but it cannot be screened until March because of a policy where he has to have that movie screened at a film festival, and then it can be sold for commercial purposes. So this movie could have come out right now, and Avatar 2 would have been fucked over. James Cameron should be thankful.
Which film festival is going to be? Maybe we can pull up.
I don't know. He said he was going to do a lot of them and see if he could get into one.
I'd be surprised if he didn't get into one. He's a legend. It'd be like rejecting Tommy Wiseau.
He is just a better Tommy Wiseau.
Yeah, well, because like Tommy Wiseau got self-aware and he's like a one-hit wonder. Neil Breen, he makes multiple classics. Anyway, time to talk about the Hanukkah movie.
Yes. Eight Crazy Nights, and to my disappointment, this is not a medieval film.
So
what if
that's
there's
what
a parody?
I want someone to make a medieval movie called 8 Crazy Nights just to mess with everyone. Like 8 incompetent knights trying to rescue a princess or something. But, I don't know. That's neither here nor there. Take it away, Lugia.
All right. So, well, first things first. We just saw this movie. Like, we're recording this right after we just saw the movie together. So
Fresh off.
I didn't have time to go and research notes. I can point out a couple things. I'm just gonna splurge on the Wikipedia article, but okay.
It was done by the animation staff of the Iron Giant, so we know that.
Yeah, I got vibes from the animation from
Same
Iron
here.
Giant.
Yeah. I actually like how like distinct the art style is. I love Iron Giant, but like I felt the Iron Giant looked very much like a Disney movie. But this one has like a pretty unique,
So, 8 Crazy Nights was directed by Seth Kersley and written and produced by, take a wild guess.
Rob Schneider.
It stars Rob Schneider. No.
I didn't hear the question.
It's Adam Sandler. It's Adam Sandler. So, this movie had a budget of $34 million, and it made $23.8 million. So, not off to a great start, but
Oof.
Let's progress.
The one I find funny.
What?
This is widely considered to be one of Sandler's worst films, right?
One of his.
It's considered to be like, it's definitely considered a bad movie, but I just find it funny that came out the same year that Punch Drunk Love came out, which is like widely considered his best.
To jump ahead here, I've seen Little Nicky and Jack and Jill. I don't think it's as bad as those. So I wouldn't say it's one of his worst, but I haven't dabbled in a lot of Adam Sandler films.
One interesting fun fact that I feel like some of you might kill me for, but a lot of behind the scenes details about this film got revealed because of Doug Walker.
I was about to say that. Yeah.
So the deer eating shit scene and like Whitey's voice and stuff.
Yeah.
That's because of well, actually, Whitey's voice was apparently a lot more high pitched and annoying, and they redid it because focus groups hated it so much. So that was revealed in the Doug Walker.
Apparently, this was the better version.
Yeah, and although the deer eating shit scene,
release the high pitched cut.
Yeah. Although all the poop scenes and shit, that was gonna get cut, but
poop scenes and shit.
Yeah, all the shit scenes were actually gonna get cut, but they decided to keep it in.
I would hate to hear what the higher pitched version would be, but instead Whitey just sounds like Aaron Hansen doing his Ash Ketchum voice.
The one really fucked me up though.
What?
Apparently, the product placement wasn't like they weren't paid. They just chose to put the product placement in. Apparently, they didn't get permission for like half the products that were in there. It's like, what?
Can they get sued for that?
No, because it's like free advertising. But like, no, you're allowed to have like products in there. It's fine. It's just companies avoid it because they're like, oh, why would I give you free advertising? So they want companies to like pay you.
I will not bow down to any sponsor.
Yeah.
Radio Shack could have used the money though. Damn.
Oof.
Well, Pan Duke's Briz. I wonder if like Panda Express.
I think Panda Express does fine.
I
get
wonder
Panda
if,
Express like once a week on campus.
I'm just wondering if like Panda Express is upset because like Panda Express is undeniably the one that like people remember just because like the last one said and the way he says it is the funniest. It's like, oh boy, I'm a Panda Express. Anyway, what's the plot? I guess
I'll just briefly go over the plot. So the movie's main character is Davy Stone. He is a basketball player or a former basketball player, and life doesn't turn out good for him when his parents died, and he just became a drunk and a shitty person. But then he finds the reason for the season from his friend. I never understood their relationship. Is he like his grandpa? Just a friend?
He's his former basketball coach.
He's just a guy that's like, I think he's just sponsoring him. We're like, Well, I think the character of Whitey is just like a good guy, so he's just helping basically the stranger that he just like
True,
knew as a
yeah, because
kid.
he does odd jobs. Okay.
Whitey knew Davey because he was his basketball coach when he was younger.
Yeah, I know, but it's just like the reason he helps is just because.
Anyway,
So, Davy gets in trouble with the police, and there's a deal set in place. He has to be a good boy this Hanukkah, or he's going to jail. He doesn't be a good boy for most of the film.
hey, Hanukkah. This is like the most well-known Hanukkah movie.
Is it?
I don't know any other Hanukkah movies. Like, I'm sure they exist, but I've never heard of them.
I'm actually really curious.
I mean, there's like a bunch of movies I've seen that are like, they explore like Judaism and stuff, but very few that are actually like about Hanukkah. Like
The Night Before, starring Seth Rogen.
Like I know people who watch like Fiddler on the Roof and American Tail around like Hanukkah season, but I don't know any like
they're not
movies
about Hanukkah. Like
Yeah,
not
they're
all
just about-
not
they're
all
just about the
Christian
Jewish
movies are
experience.
about Christmas.
Yeah. So like I can't think of any like specific Hanukkah movies. I can just think of like Jewish movies that like I think Meet the Parents or no, Little Fockers. Little Fockers is about Hanukkah, I think. It's apparently a terrible movie, but
I saw that movie like a long time ago. I don't remember anything about it, but I remember not liking it at all.
yeah.
It was like a very uncomfortable movie to watch.
A Serious Man is about like the Jewish experience, but again, that's not about Hanukkah. That takes place in like the summer. So yeah, I can't think of many Hanukkah movies. So yeah, congrats, Adam Sandler. People talk about your movie specifically because it's like the only Hanukkah movie that people know exists. Ain't
So
that?
what did we think?
Okay. Let's get the positives out first.
The animation.
This is a gorgeously animated film, and it's actually got like some pretty unique designs too. So it's not just like a generic Disney thing. Like this is generally a unique looking animated film. So yeah, I guess I got to praise that.
It's a nice stylization. It's like you can tell it's cartoony, but it has a bit of that realistic touch to it.
Yeah.
Basically what the Iron Giant accomplished.
Yeah. It's very much gives you said it's the same studio that did the Iron Giant?
It's the same team, yeah.
Same team. So yeah. Props to the animators. You made a good looking film.
Yeah. It's mildly I don't know, the voice cast is pretty solid because Kevin Nealon plays the mayor and he's a great comedian, and apparently Jennifer is actually played by Adam Sandler's wife, so that's sweet, I guess. And, they got a John Lovitz who, everyone loves as the critic. So, not a bad voice cast. Apparently the Dylan and Cole Sprouse are in here.
Adam Sandler double dipped. Because he's Davy Stone and Whitey.
Oh, he plays even more. He plays Eleanor, and he also plays the deer, which okay.
I'm gonna be honest. I could tell he was the deer, even though they're just like grunts and like giggles and stuff. I could tell. I'm like, that sounds like a high pitched Adam Sandler doing a giggle, and yeah, it's a high pitched Adam Sandler doing a giggle.
I feel a little bit bad for the director because like this is a well directed film. It's just a terrible script, and like this is apparently the only movie he's ever directed.
Well, I guess to wrap up the positives, gotta give credit where credit's due. The music is good.
The music is actually great.
The music was hit or miss for me. I really liked the first song and the one where
Bum Bitty Bitty, the fucking
that one was also good.
I like Bum Bitty. I also like even though it's fucking weird. I really like the song where the product placement is singing to him that he just needs to cry.
Yeah. Basically, I think almost all the songs are good. Is just sometimes the voices ruin it. Like Whitey's voice kind of kills this one song, and
the technical foul song.
Yeah, that's a technical foul. Like it's a catchy tune, but man, that's just a horrible voice. And I like the kind of love ballad song, that melancholic sort of thing. That was pretty all right. So yeah, I'd say it's the music was definitely good.
All right, so good music, good animation. Now, do we actually get into what doesn't work?
The writing.
Yeah, the script is terrible.
Yeah. So this movie starts out with a long burping sequence and a racist Chinese accent. And right away, I knew what I was getting myself into. And it didn't get any better from there.
I'm gonna be honest, I didn't laugh once this entire movie.
I did not either.
Okay, there were a few moments where I'm like, okay, that's kind of funny. Like when the cop is looking for Adam Sandler and he sees like the deer hide him by like making a triangle formation. The guy says, there's some deer doing a pyramid, nothing to see here. That was kind of funny.
Okay, there were a couple jokes that worked. It was mostly like a timing thing where just like sometimes like they have like a quip that hits at the right moment, but like overall it has like a lot of like the gross out, just kind of cheap jokes that a lot of like
holy
Sandler
shit,
joints
the
have.
fucking laughing scene at the end.
Oh yeah, the kids are like snot is blowing out their nose. The deer
are shitting
for no reason. And it goes on for like 30 seconds.
That's easily the worst of it.
I don't know. I feel like there were a few jokes that just kind of dragged out.
Yeah, it had like a very like
the timing was really off.
I say the humor felt like a bad episode of Family Guy, but like a bit more geared towards kid. Where like some of the jokes went on too long, some of the jokes were a bit gross, but there was like a few like quips in there that worked.
Like, my favorite line in the movie is "My hiney is germ free, and I love it." Like, it didn't make me laugh, but I'm like, it's okay.
Overall, humor is definitely weak, hit or miss.
Yeah, and to go back to the animation for a second, the animation is good, but like the realism of the movements doesn't like benefit the comedy.
Yeah.
So it feels very slow, and the timing, like again with the timing, it doesn't match up.
I feel like there needs to be more of a balance when it comes to that, because again, the animation by itself is good. It isn't perfect, but if you look at it like with the volume off, like you could think to yourself, oh, this actually looks like a really cool Christmas special. And then you hear the jokes and the writing and the voice acting. It's like, oh, these do not mesh well whatsoever.
It's like the comedic character
weird purgatory between good presentation and bad presentation. I don't know how to describe it other than that.
You know how in animated Disney movies, specifically in the hand-drawn animated Disney movies, you know, the serious characters move very realistically and the comedic characters move very like, you know, squash and stretch.
Yeah.
Here, everybody moved realistically, even the goofy characters, and it felt weird.
Yeah, Whitey moves like an actual like Whitey moves like Danny DeVito, like an actual person.
And he's supposed to be like this goofy character, and he moves like really slowly and realistically, and it feels off when like a lot of the jokes involve him like flailing and like getting thrown around and stuff.
Yeah, it's odd.
But I guess to acknowledge like the biggest criticism of the movie, yeah, the voices are annoying.
I mean, some voices are just fine, but the few examples, Whitey, Eleanor.
Here's the thing: most of the principal cast is fine. It's just Whitey and Eleanor are such major characters, so them having like annoying voices like really detracts from the film.
It also distracts from the serious scene where Whitey tells Eleanor how Davy became the way he was.
What provoked him to do that in front of Davy? Like that is it. He's telling her the story of the night his parents died, and he's just telling her in front of him without his permission. Like, of course he's gonna get upset.
And he couldn't have told her this like many years before because they've been living together for 65 years. Only now did he think it was a good time to tell that story.
I'm gonna be real. Here's my thing. Like, Whitey's voice is annoying, but that's not my problem with it. My problem with it is that he's with Davy, who's just Adam Sandler doing his voice. And when I hear Whitey, I'm like, it's still Adam Sandler. So it's Adam Sandler talking to Adam Sandler. And I just can't get over that. Like, it's not like in Looney Tunes where Mel Blanc is like all the characters, but he does such different voices you could almost never tell. Here, I can obviously tell that Whitey is Adam Sandler doing a high-pitched voice. And it's just so distracting to me when he's talking to himself. At least with Eleanor, even though I can tell it's Adam Sandler, it's just different enough where I can look past it. With Whitey, I can't.
I don't know. You guys want to talk about I don't know, the character arcs, I guess, because I kind of felt like I didn't feel like the story really like worked because like I don't know.
Davy's arc was pretty much, I'm a bad boy, now I'm a good boy, and I respect my grandpa coach.
It's like Whitey stuff,
Davy
like,
and Jennifer getting together at the end didn't feel earned to me.
Yeah.
Whitey's kind of like thing felt a little bit odd because like it seems like his motivation was like pretty selfish, but like also he's like I don't know, he's treated like shit by the town. So like I don't know, I felt a little bit iffy about them. I feel like it could have been handled a bit better. Like, it's a sloppy script. That's what I got to say. Like the pieces are there, but I don't think they really like execute it all that well.
Like the scene at the end where the townsfolk are giving him like the medals from previous years. That, like I could see that being a touching moment if the script was better.
Here's
But like
the thing.
I could see like there's an attempt there.
The sentimental moments feel forced. It doesn't feel like earned. I don't know. You guys got anything else to say? I mean, Jennifer's character. What do you guys think of her?
She's there.
I haven't talked about her much.
Yeah, she's there. Like I said, I don't think them getting together at the end was earned.
I don't think she was even needed.
Yeah, I guess her kid is kind of cool. I guess I don't know.
Lil Shaq.
What? Little Shaq? Is that
Lil Shaq? He
called
him that.
He called him. I think it was just like.
It was just a joke. Like
it was a joke.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
that's a thing in Adam Sandler movies where he just called somebody like a nickname that's a reference to somebody else.
So I don't know. I guess final thoughts.
Of the Adam Sandler movies we've seen, this is the one I've enjoyed the least. I didn't hate it. I'm glad I finally got to see it after all these years.
At the very least, with Click, there's a moral message. That sounded redundant, but there's a moral that ties the movie together, and it makes what would otherwise be an unbearable slog actually something kind of worth your time. This movie doesn't have that.
And let's be real, with Click, it kind of got better as it went along.
Yeah.
The third act of Click is actually, like, good.
And Punch Drunk Love is just straight up a good movie.
Yeah, so this is probably, like, the first actual bad movie we've seen with Adam Sandler so far.
Yes.
Just to another one, I guess, because we're definitely going to see another one.
One of these days, we're going to have to talk about Jack and Jill.
Yeah.
They had Dunkin' Donuts in this movie. Where's Dunkachino? Well, actually, no, this was before Dunkachino.
Yeah, I'll try to get
guys,
gems in before.
In 8 Crazy Nights, 2 of the characters are an annoying pair of twins. He's planting the seeds.
Yes. Anyway, what's your recommendation, Patrick?
Oh yes, it is my turn. All right.
We're not going to be that episode won't be coming out until the new year, but
it'll be the new year by the time we get back, but we're still going to keep the Christmas vibes going. At least a little bit. I've heard conflicting reports whether or not this is a Christmas movie. It's not Die Hard. It's not Die Hard. I'm just saying that right now. It's not Die Hard.
I swear to God, if it's The Godfather.
Not The Godfather.
Okay, because I just saw that yesterday.
Anyway, I've heard conflicting reports whether or not this is a Christmas movie. I can't give my take because I haven't seen this movie before. Actually, like 8 Crazy Nights, this is a movie for years I've been interested to see, but just never did. I think it's about time I finally sit down and give this one my attention. So, gentlemen, I have 5 words for you heading into the new year. Catch me if you can.
Oh, I
heard
love
of
that
this
movie.
one.
That's literally one of my favorites. This is in my top 10. I rewatched that not too long ago, actually, so that's gonna be.
So what makes it divisive on being a Christmas movie? Just it takes place during the holiday season?
Yeah, it's not really about Christmas, but it's got a family theme, and it does take place around Christmas at some points.
Okay.
You guys know, I'm sure we all have that one movie we've always seen in video stores but never watched. This is that movie for me. I always saw this on the shelf at stores.
Well, you're in for a treat because I consider this to be Spielberg's last masterpiece until he made like West Side Story. This is a fantastic film. So yeah, that's gonna be exciting.
No,
anyway,
I'm looking forward to it. Yeah.
Yeah. So see y'all. Next time. How do we want to end this?
I could try doing the Eleanor voice.
Happy
but
holidays.
If I try doing the Eleanor voice, I just do the mother from SpongeBob instead.
It's actually a really good impression.
Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy New Year. To all a good night. I forgot what the phrase is like. Something. something something, and to all a good night.
See you next year.
That's the Home Alone thing.
If I make fun of your crazy feeties or give sugar cookies to Miss Diabetes,
That's not only a technical foul, but possibly a homicide.